Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking today at a book from LexisNexis Tolley's. It's this book here, TILEY Collison'S UK Tax Guide for 2011 to 12, now in a 29th edition. We'll look at the book in a minute. It's been written by Keith Gordon, who is known to many of you, I'm sure, and Ximena Montes Manzano. It's a very interesting book because it covers all of the main aspects of UK tax. That's a book. It's 3,000 pages long. It's a heavy book. You can see the spine, and that lists what's actually in the book itself. And then on the back, there are some comments. The book is actually written in collaboration with LexisNexis, the Chartered Tax Advisor, and also Atlas Chambers. You can see them at the front. The book, as I say, is very heavy. Be careful with the pages because they're very thin, but nice and robust. You'll see the way the book is structured. The paragraph numbers are in brackets. You can see them at the sides there, very much in keeping with that. There are, of course, some footnotes, specifically dealing with pieces of legislation, schedules, sections and everything else. There is a detailed list of statutes, but before, in fact, right at the end you have the index. Then what you've got in this book is you have the statutes, the complete table of statutes at the back and not at the front. You've also got all of the cases at the back too. So it's slightly different from the normal structure of some of these books. Do read Keith's interesting preface at the front, and also you will see the contents are separated out into various parts to cover the specific areas of taxation. It is a detailed publication. What I do like are the examples that are given. You can see one there quite clearly. So I say it's a very heavy book. It is a paperback, so be careful with it. The title we've given it is ideal for practitioners, the UK's leading tax handbook, now in its latest edition. We've written a detailed review on the web, and what we've said is now arrived as the 29th edition, and it doesn't disappoint us because not for nothing has it been referred to as the leading UK tax handbook, and that's what it is. So say nearly 3,000 pages. It covers all the principal taxes that we have, and they're listed on the spine. It's meticulously footnoted and divided logically into 10 parts, each dealing with a particular form of tax, and the case law is thoroughly analysed. I particularly like the examples that are given. I think practitioners and specifically tax advisors will find this book reassuringly erudite, authoritative, and certainly very well organised for what you need. The editor, Keith Gordon, seems to have had experiences with the tax authorities which are alarmingly similar to the rest of us, so he does make a number of comments about HMRC in particular. He's not been too happy with some of the dispute resolution handling and made some comments which we've commented about in the review itself. He said there is something undoubtedly rotten in the state of HMRC, and a further cut in its already depleted resources will make the much needed improvements even harder to come by, which is a pretty strong statement. And his commentary, however, in our view ends on an optimistic note where he hopes that in fact things will improve with this new listening government. So let me conclude by saying that in what is a challenging and complex tax environment, it's good to know about TILEY Collison, especially the new edition, which has full consideration of all the legislation and cases up to the end of August of 2011. In offering this wealth of resources in one volume, although it's pretty heavy, this indispensable guide certainly deserves its status as the up-to-date tax practitioner's best friend. So thank you to Mr. Gordon and to Miss Manzano, and all the other people at LexisNexis. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.